everybody, it's Aldebar Art here and I'm back with another video, and I haven't uploaded in 2 months because of anxiety and also because of perfectionism. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am not a large channel, so I have to kind of realize that I'm a small-time YouTuber. If my videos aren't absolutely perfect, that's fine. You know, I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm here to help people. I'm here to share information and try and help younger artists. So if my videos aren't the most gorgeous, if I don't have the greatest lighting ever or the best background, I don't really care at this point because I'm limiting myself too much. I'm not producing videos because I'm being too... it's bothering me. I'm going back and editing old thumbnails and stuff, and I'm just procrastinating on stuff. So I'm here to help you, and I want to get right into this video. It's already 43 seconds, and I don't like long intros. So today I'm going to be going over how you can avoid getting scammed, whether you're the artist or also the customer. I'm going to be giving tips on both. This isn't really organized. I'm just going to go over a lot of things that I personally do to avoid getting scammed. So, hi, I'm Aldebar Art. If this video is helpful, make sure you subscribe. Okay, so first, right off the bat, you want to make sure that you are asking for full payment up front. If you don't want to, that's completely understandable. I understand that some people feel weird asking for payment before they actually have the artwork done. Like, oh, maybe what if I don't produce it properly or anything? Here's what I personally do as a procrastinator myself. First, I give the customer an extremely rough sketch of the pose. When I say extremely rough sketch, I mean it is sort of a basic type of outline of what the pose is going to be. I'm not adding character details or anything else. This is an extremely rough sketch of the pose they want, so they kind of are getting an idea of what they will be receiving, and that way you kind of have an idea of what they're asking for to see if this is something you'd be able to complete and you're not going to struggle with. So right off the bat, I give them a very rough pose sketch. This isn't a complete sketch. Then I ask for full payment, or you could just ask for full payment up front if you're comfortable with doing that. But you should never, ever, ever be waiting till the end to ask for payment. I constantly see these methods where people watermark stuff, where they blur things. Guess what? If they decide at the very end they don't like it, well, guess what? You didn't get payment. You just lost hours worth of work and you were not paid for, which you should honestly demand payment for because you were owed that money. You did the work. Whether they like it or not, they chose to buy art from you and they have to pay for it. Let's just say you go to a restaurant. You're gonna go down to McDonald's. You're gonna order McChicken. You know, you didn't really like the McChicken, but guess what? You still had to pay for it first, right? Because they still gave it to you. If you want, they can ask for a replacement or maybe even a refund. But you know what? They had to pay first. That's the most important thing. If you realize after the fact, after you've already started this commission, that hey, it's not really turning out right, or you're not comfortable doing it anymore, give them a refund. Don't spend the money until after you have finished the artwork. That's the most important thing. Get the payment first, but don't spend it until you have finished it. Treat it as if you don't even have it until after you're done with the commission. People are constantly just taking a full finished artwork and blurring it or adding a watermark over it, and I can't tell you how many times I see these poor younger artists getting scammed over stuff because they did all of this work and then the person just ghosts them. They don't want to pay because they thought they were going to be able to somehow sneak away with it and get it for free. And that's not fair to you guys. And honestly, it's not fair to the customer either. They need to learn what a proper transaction is between an artist and a customer. Please make sure you are getting paid, okay? That's your only job as the artist. Other than creating artwork, just make sure you get paid. That is your job. It's not the customer's job. The customer's job is just to hit pay. Let's say you're doing the gift card method, because I have a lot of videos up on my channel now. You can go check them out if you're interested in how you can get paid using gift cards if you are under the age of 18. It's a great method to make money if you can't use PayPal and stuff. But the problem with this is you have to make sure that you do your little rough pose sketch, kind of like what I mentioned before, your little rough pose sketch, and get that gift card. As soon as you are able to get the gift card, get it. Redeem it, and make sure it's valid, and it's attached to your account so the person cannot use it. Do not get a gift card where it's the person still has access to it. You have to make sure that gift card, as soon as you redeem it, it's actually on your account. They cannot use it anymore, because as soon as it's activated, it's yours. Okay? You don't want to be getting a card that they could also have a physical swipe. Make sure it's an e-gift card if you can. If they do take a photo of the gift card and send it to you, then, I mean, if they're just trying to give you a code, sometimes I don't even just accept the code. Sometimes I want an actual photo of the gift card to make sure it's not a swipeable one, where they're still able to redeem the balance by going to a physical store, rather than just using the code. Because the code could be attached to your account, but they could still swipe it. So you gotta be careful about that stuff. Personally, it's easier just to only accept e-gift cards where it actually they buy it online and then it gets sent to your email, and redeem it that way, rather than using the physical cards. If somebody just tries to give you a straight up code, I try to avoid those unless they're actually able to send me a photo of the gift card, which I can see that, hey, they're not gonna be able to use it later. Make sure you're always using goods and services when you're using PayPal, okay? Don't, I can't tell you how many times I see people who are doing business transactions with the friends and family. You don't want to be doing that. If you were making any kind of business transaction through art commissions, don't use friends and family, because it's actually easier not only for them to like scam you, like they can do all kinds of weird stuff that I've seen. I mean, if you want to make sure you're able to get your money, always do the money through the goods and services, because then it goes like through an extra PayPal step. I'm not exactly sure. I just know if you're doing commissions, it's just better to use the goods and services, not the family and friends option. That's when the customer is paying. They have to choose which one. I think also if you send a request, it'll let you choose which one. Personally, whenever I'm doing a PayPal transaction, I always send the request so I can set it up exactly how I want it, make sure I'm getting paid the right amount. That's another good tip. If you're using PayPal, always do the money request. Don't let them just send in a random amount to you, because they might send the wrong amount, and then there's a whole bunch of miscommunication there. So if you're using PayPal, always be the one to send the request. And always make sure you're using goods and services, because it helps you with like refunds and stuff later on. It's just, it can be a bit of a pain in the butt, honestly. So make sure you're doing it properly. Also, I'm pretty sure you can get your account banned if you're not using the proper one. So yeah, just make sure you use goods and services. Always list your policies clearly and be bold. You're gonna see a lot of people who are gonna try to argue about with your price, say, oh, that's really expensive. Could you like lower it a little bit or something? Like, don't deal with customers who aren't willing to pay your full price. And if somebody isn't willing to say, hey, I don't want to pay up front, I want to pay at the end so I make sure I like it, no. Just honestly tell them no. If that's bugging them, then they can go to another artist. You are putting yourself and your money at risk if you are allowing them to argue with you on your policies. State your policies clearly. I ask for payment up front, or I ask for payment after I finish the rough pose sketch, whatever it is. Be upfront with them and be bold about it. Do not try to let people argue with you. My cat kept trying to escape, so I just put on the automatic laser pointer for her to distract. Make sure you guys are also listing at what point large changes can be made. You'll notice a lot of people are just like, they don't know what they want, some of it, or sometimes they're just, I don't know, maybe they're trying to scam you, I'm not sure, but I notice a lot of younger artists, they're constantly complaining on Facebook forums and stuff, saying like how all these commissioners, they're like asking for gigantic large changes, like, oh, actually, can this character be over here instead? Or can you give them this other outfit instead? Whatever it is, just make sure you're listing at what point changes can be made. I know personally, I don't allow any large changes after the inking stage. After it's been inked, the only thing you can really change is the color slightly. I mean, there's not much you can do at that point, because otherwise you're reworking the entire artwork. So I just try to say, hey, after the inking stage, I'm not doing any large changes. Always make sure you're watermarking your stuff so people cannot steal it. Now, whether you want to do it's up to you. If you're actually having a problem with people stealing your artwork, you do want to use a larger watermark. Personally, I just do a little tiny one. Sometimes I'll make it slightly transparent, so it's like harder to erase it because it's going over like multiple parts of the drawing, but it's still small, so it's like hard to like edit out. And I normally do it around like the shoulder area or something, just that way I know for a fact like they can't crop it out either. So make sure you're always watermarking your stuff. Even if it's a paid commission work, you have to be able to prove that you made it in the event that somebody tries to use it for something that you don't approve of. Even after they buy it, you still hold some rights to it as the creator. And if you do get scammed, first of all, don't feel too bad about it. It's probably going to happen to you at least at some point in your art journey. Unless you're extremely careful, it's likely to happen at some point. And honestly, you just gotta live and learn. I mean, if it happens to you, the best thing to do is just learn from your mistakes and move on to the next customer. But if you are getting scammed, whether you are the customer or the artist, there is a Twitter and I believe also a website called Artists Beware. I'll probably leave a link down below in the comments or something, but basically Artists Beware is a place where you can report with screenshots and proof of problems you've had with art. Would you quit? No. I am going to link this down below, but there is a site called Artists Beware. I believe they have a Twitter and also a website. Either way, I'm going to link it down below if you guys want to check it out. But it's a place where you can report customers or even artists on problems you've had in the past. Like, if you have an issue where somebody's not paying, or they just ghosted you and they're not communicating, or you've already paid and now they're just doing things. Point is, there's a place you can report these kinds of incidents, and it's called Artists Beware. Once again, I'll leave a link down below in the comments probably, or the description or something. But it is an amazing, amazing thing. And it's holding people accountable as customers, but also as artists. And that way, people in the future will be able to check it out and say, hey, maybe I shouldn't do business with this person because they've had like 5 or 6 times they've ghosted people, you know what I'm saying? So if this video was helpful for you guys, make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below if there's any video requests you have. Personally, I have a couple video ideas I've been planning to do, and I just haven't. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I don't know if it's anxiety over recording or what, but like I've recorded so many videos and then I spend all this time editing, and then like it just, I never upload it, you know, and or the video just doesn't feel right when I'm editing it, and I don't know what it is. But today I think this video turned out decent, so I hope this video was helpful to someone at least, and hopefully this will help you avoid getting scammed in the future. And yeah, so if it was, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye!